Magandang araw mga kababayan. This is Dante Klink ang II, Chairperson of the Commission on Filipinos Overseas. The CFO is the government agency that helps Filipino immigrants prepare for a successful life overseas. Unlike other migrant-focused agencies, the CFO plays a unique role in strengthening the economic, cultural, and political ties between Filipinos overseas and the Philippines. Even before our kababayan leave for foreign lands, CFO equips immigrants with information and helps them easily integrate into their destination countries and prepares them to become successful ambassadors of Filipino culture and excellence. For us at the Commission on Filipinos Overseas, the global Filipino diaspora is an untapped resource beyond remittances, waiting to be unlocked for intellectual, cultural, and national growth. As we strengthen a fabric that connects the global Filipino community through various programs and initiatives, we transform the challenges of brain drain into opportunities of brain gain. The CFO seeks to nurture the strong sense of Filipino community across the globe, while also encouraging them to contribute to the nation's development. We thank Radyo Pilipinas for giving us this platform to the challenges and triumphs of migration and development. We hope that the global Pinoy will be made aware of the programs and services that empower them toward meaningful migration and pave the way to immigrant success. Tandaan kabayan, para sa inyo ito, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.
Narito na ang programang mag-uugnay sa mga Pilipinong naninirahan sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas. Serbisyong hatid ng Commission on Filipino Overseas at Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Ang programang magtatampok sa mga proyekto at serbisyo publiko upang mapalakas ang ugnayan ng milyong-milyong Pilipino sa kanilang bansang pinagmulan. Serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas. Dito sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Tinig ng bayan, lakas ng katotohanan.
Himpapawid na may layuning paglingkuran ang mamamayan.
Sa bawat kwento may diwa ng serbisyo.
Sa bawat balita may puso at paninindigan. Ito ang
Serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas.
Serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas. Dito sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Magandang araw Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao.
Magandang araw sa lahat ng Pilipino saan man sa mundo.
Ito ang tambalang
RC Carrera
at RK Peralta. Kayo po ay nakikinig sa Serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas, handog po ng Commission on Filipinos Overseas at ng Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Ngayon ay Tuesday, June 24, 2025. Magtungo po tayo sa mga balita na may kinalaman sa ating mga overseas Pinoys.
Nandito na ang mga mahahalagang balita at anunsyo mula sa Commission on Filipinos Overseas. Balitang CFO. Balitang CFO. Dito lamang sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
From Weaves to Wonders, President Marcos highlights Filipino brilliance on world stage at Expo 2025.
New government partnership eases retirement and investment for overseas Filipinos.
PSE teams up with CFO to expand access to PH Capital Market.
And Philippines opens doors to Taiwan tourists with new visa-free policy.
Nandito na ang mga mahahalagang balita at anunsyo mula sa Commission on Filipinos Overseas. Balitang CFO. Balitang CFO. Dito lamang sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is putting Filipino culture front and center on the global stage, visiting the Philippine Pavilion for World Expo 2025 in Osaka, Japan. Joined by First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, the President experienced an immersive journey powered by artificial intelligence, highlighting the Philippines' rich heritage, biodiversity, and creativity. The pavilion, already a crowd favorite with over 370,000 visitors, proudly showcased the largest collaboration of Filipino weavers, over 2,000 handwoven panels crafted by master artisans from across the country. Visitors are also treated to interactive installations like Dancing with Nature, AI photo booths, Filipino cuisine, and a wellness space, all designed to promote tourism, trade, and cultural exchange. Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco called the pavilion a fulfillment of the president's vision to reintroduce the Philippines to the world, not just through its natural beauty, but through the strength of Filipino identity. President Marcos also visited the Japan Pavilion, which features sustainable innovations and circular design, a fitting complement to the Expo's call for a better, greener future. With nature, culture, and community at its core, the Philippine Pavilion weaves together the story of a proud, resilient nation, ready to take its place on the world stage.
A new government partnership is making it easier for former overseas Filipinos and even foreign nationals to retire and invest in the Philippines. The Commission on Filipinos Overseas has teamed up with the Philippine Retirement Authority to provide one-stop access to reliable retirement and reintegration services through the CFO's Balinkbayan digital portal. CFO Secretary Dante Clingc-Ang II says the collaboration increases the chances of success by aligning efforts and resources. He emphasized that this move supports the CFO's mission of connecting Filipinos abroad with the Philippines politically, economically, and culturally. Under the agreement, the Balinkbayan portal will now include information on retirement visas, healthcare, property, and investment opportunities. PRA General Manager Roberto Zozobrado says this will also help reach former Filipino citizens overseas who are considering the Philippines as their permanent retirement home. The partnership reflects the Bagong Pilipinas vision of more responsive, citizen-centered governance and is expected to boost both retirement tourism and diaspora engagement. For returning Filipinos, it's more than just coming home. It's coming back with purpose.
In other news, the Philippine Stock Exchange is teaming up with the Commission on Filipinos Overseas to bring the stock market closer to Filipinos abroad. Through a newly signed agreement, the two institutions will roll out financial education campaigns and webinars designed to help overseas Filipinos become active investors in the Philippine capital market. PSE President Ramon Monzon noted that less than 1% of overseas Filipinos currently have stock market accounts. He says that this partnership allows the PSE to reach migrant Filipinos and their families, especially those who have permanently settled overseas. The initiative will also introduce PSE's digital platform, including its mobile app and PSE Academy, making it easier for Filipinos abroad to access market data, disclosures, and participate in IPOs. Monzon adds that this collaboration is a step towards improving the financial well-being of Filipinos around the world by empowering them to invest in their home country.
Meanwhile, starting July 1, Taiwan passport holders can visit the Philippines without a visa, as announced by the Manila Economic and Cultural Office. The visa-free entry is valid for tourism purposes only and is limited to a non-extendable, non-convertible stay of up to 14 days. To qualify, visitors must present a passport valid for at least 6 months, confirmed hotel bookings, proof of financial capacity, and a return or onward ticket. This move is seen as a reciprocal gesture following Taiwan's recent extension of visa-free privileges for Filipino travelers until July 2026. Officials say this update is part of efforts to further strengthen tourism ties and streamline entry procedures for visitors from Taiwan.
Alamin ang mga serbisyong inihahatid ng Commission on Filipinos Overseas. Serbisyong CFO. Dito lamang sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Ngayong araw, tatalakayin natin ang mandato ng Commission on Filipinos Overseas at ang ating opisina sa Davao City. Ito ay upang malaman ng ating mga viewers and listeners ang kanilang access sa ating mga services kahit sila ay nasa Mindanao area.
Sa ating mga viewers and listeners, iniimbitahan po namin kayo na magpadala ng inyong mga katanungan sa pamamagitan ng pagkomento sa ating Facebook Live at babasahin po natin yan maya-maya lamang. Tayo ay kasalukuyang napapanood sa official Facebook pages ng Radyo Pilipinas World Service at Commission on Filipinos Overseas.
Ayan, so upang bigyan tayo ng mas malalim na paliwanag tungkol sa Commission on Filipinos Overseas at ang ating opisina sa Davao, pinaunlakan tayo ngayong umaga ng ating espesyal na panauhin mula sa CFO Davao. Let's welcome Miss Celine Del Monte, ang Emigrant Services Officer 2 ng Migrant Integration Education Division ng CFO Davao. Good morning, Miss Celine.
Good morning, Miss Celine.
Hi RK, hi RC, and to our viewers and listeners, mayong buntag kaninyong tanan.
Ayan, maayong buntag sa iyo, Miss Celine. Live na live yan mula sa ating CFO Davao Extension Office. Miss Celine, so umpisahan na po natin. Para po sa ating mga kababayan na maaaring hindi pa ganong kapamilyar sa CFO at sa CFO Davao at yung papel nito para sa ating mga kababayan sa Mindanao, bakit po mahalaga na magkaroon tayo ng presensya dyan sa Mindanao area?
Thank you, Ms. RC po. So, we at the Commission on Filipinos Overseas, tayo isang ahensya ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas. We are under the Office of the President, mandated to protect and uphold the rights and interests of our fellow Filipinos living overseas and also their families na naiwan dito sa Pilipinas to strengthen their ties sa homeland ng ating mga overseas Filipinos. So, CFO Davao Extension Office is actually the first and currently the only operating extension office dito sa Mindanao, located in Davao City. So, having an extension office here means nasisigurado natin na naisasama natin ang mga Mindanaoans sa mga initiatives related to migration and development. So, mas napapadali ang proseso for them sa pag-migrate nila, pag-migrate ng ating mga immigrant stakeholders natin na naka-base dito sa Mindanao. Dahil di na nila kailangan pumunta sa main office to register or to avail our services. Kasi meron na dito, we can provide it for them na. We register here sa CFO Davao Extension Office, we register all migrants, both immigrants and immigrants. So yan, so for the representation ng mga Mindanaoans, kaya mahalaga na meron tayong extension office here sa Mindanao.
Thank you, Miss Celine. Partner, ang laking tulong ng
Oo.
CFO Davao Extension Office.
Lalo na yung mga taga Mindanao
Oo.
talaga. So, Miss Celine, may question lang ulit ako. Ano-ano po ang mga pangunahing serbisyo na inaalok ng CFO Davao para sa ating mga kababayan sa Mindanao? Lalong-lalo na yung mga nagnanais ibang bansa o may mga kapamilya sa ibang bansa?
So, currently, our frontline services, we register and conduct seminars for those Filipinos who are migrating overseas na kailangan ng pre-departure orientation seminar, guidance and counseling program, and country familiarization seminar. So, sa pre-departure orientation seminar natin, we register Filipinos with immigrant visas or may resident status na walang foreign national or former Filipino or dual citizen Filipino na spouse, fiancé or partner. So usually these are the dependents, like the children of those who migrated, the resident Filipinos living overseas, parents ng mga anak nila nasa ibang bansa na din, resident or former Filipino as well. So dito sila magre-register sa CFO under pre-departure orientation seminar. Then we also have guidance and counseling program. Dito naman, we register Filipino immigrants or Filipinos with immigrant visas na petitioned by their foreign national or former Filipino or dual citizen Filipino na asawa, fiancé, sorry. Currently malakas ang lindol at the moment dito.
Thank you so much, Miss Celine. So ulitin lamang po natin, sa CFO Davao Extension Office, meron po tayong registration para sa ating mga kababayang emigrants. Meron din po tayong pre-departure orientation seminar, guidance counseling program, and yung country familiarization seminar sa mga au pair bound for Europe. So, Miss Celine, we are hoping na okay po kayo dyan
Tama,
ngayon.
siguro seek shelter muna, Miss
Oo,
Celine.
Miss Celine, kindly let us know po kung okay na po kayo dyan sa Davao. Nako, talagang
Oo,
live na live
nakakagulat
tayo.
talaga.
Nakakagulat.
Tama, live na live ang serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas. Pero
Oo.
partner, siguro pag-usapan natin yung mga next na topics na pwede nating ibuksan dito no sa CFO Davao Extension Office.
Oo. Alam mo ba, partner, yung CFO Davao Extension Office, located siya sa 3rd floor, room 307-309, Pink Walters Building, Quimpo Boulevard, Ecoland, Davao City. So, sa ating mga kababayan diyan sa Davao City, lalo-lalo na po sa Mindanao area, kung gusto niyo po na i-avail ang services and programs ng CFO Davao, hindi niyo na po kailangan mag-book ng napakamahal na ticket para lamang pumunta rito sa main office. So, meron po tayong CFO Davao Extension Office sa Davao mismo. So, hindi na po kailangan pumunta dito para lang mag-avail ng services namin. Ano nga, partner?
Oo, correct. Ayan, so meron din tayong gustong itanong din dito, no? So, ang nabanggit kanina ni Celine na una ang Davao, tama, sa CFO Extension Offices. So, nabanggit din niya kung ano yung mga programa na kasama o ino-offer ng ating extension branch. So baka partner, mabigyan mo rin ako ng background din about CFO. So, ano nga ba yung mga pagkakaiba ng operations ng isang extension office mula sa main office? Dahil po si RC, ang aking partner, ay mula din po sa CFO main office. So, ayun.
Oo. So, actually, partner, yung Davao Extension Office, pangalawa yan na itatag or na-establish na CFO Extension Office outside Manila. So, unang-una ang Cebu. Pero yung Davao, na-establish siya noong 2018. To be exact, noong July 2, 2018. Officially, nag-reopen siya after the pandemic. Syempre, naging limited ang ating physical operations. Na-reopen siya ulit noong May 22, 2023. Pagdating naman sa limitation sa mga programs and services natin, yung PDOS, Pre-Departure Orientation Seminar, Guidance Counseling Program, and Country Familiarization Seminar, nagkakandak tayo sa Davao, pero yung sa peer counseling program o yung mga youth immigrants natin, age 13 to 19 years old,
Yes.
Dito pa rin tayo sa Manila. So siguro yun lang yung limitation na nakikita ko sa CFO Davao na nagagawa natin sa CFO main office.
Maraming salamat, partner. Ayan, at nandito na po ulit sa linya si Miss Celine Del Monte. Miss Celine, kumusta po ang sitwasyon niyo dyan? Bago tayo mag-proceed.
So far, okay naman.
Okay, so mabuti
Pero medyo
naman at
malakas nga
okay
talaga.
ka, Miss Celine. So, okay ba tayo mag-proceed, Miss Celine?
Sure.
Ayun.
Kamusta po yung mga kliyente natin dyan? Meron po ba tayong on-site clients ngayon and stakeholders dyan sa CFO Davao, Miss Celine?
Yes, Ms. RC, currently, every morning kasi kinoconduct yung pre-departure orientation seminar. So,
Okay.
currently, one of our officers is conducting the PIDOS po at the moment.
Pero safe naman kayo dyan, kasama yung mga clients, Miss Celine?
Yes naman po.
Okay. Sige,
Maraming
maaari
thanks.
na natin ituloy ang ating programa, Miss Celine.
Ayan, so Celine, base sa ating datos na i-share sa atin ng CFO, ilan po ba ang kabuoang bilang ng emigrants na nag-register mula sa Davao Region? Sa bilang na ito, ilan dito ang dumiretso mismo sa ating Davao Extension Office?
From 1988 to 2021, rough estimate number ng immigrants who came from Davao region, 60,067 number of immigrant registrants. And last year, around 4,182 immigrants who registered in the CFO Davao Extension Office. Since 2018, we opened here, July. So, yun nag-start yung on-site na frontline services natin sa CFO Davao. yun nga lang nahinto during the COVID-19 pandemic because of the lockdown, but still we continue our services through our fully online na registration na option na registration. So tuloy pa rin yung services po natin. Then we opened again May 2023 for sa new location na naman ng CFO Davao, which is mas malapit na ngayon sa terminal, the main terminal ng bus terminal ng Davao, because the bulk of the registrants ng clients ng CFO bumabiyahe by land, and last stop nila actually yung bus terminal dito na malapit na walking distance lang from the office.
Thank you, Miss Celine. Miss Celine, dumako naman po tayo nung panahon ng pandemya. Kamusta po yung CFO Davao Extension Office? Meron po ba tayong mga naging initiatives po dyan para i-extend po yung ating mga services and programs sa mga emigrants kahit po limitado yung ating face-to-face and physical operations?
Yes po. So our officers continue the services through the fully online registration. We conducted seminars and counseling sessions via telephone call, Zoom, or Google Meet. So everything was done remotely during the COVID-19 pandemic, during the lockdown. And then, nung paunti-unti, we had skeletal na duty. So continuous na yung ating services we provide for our stakeholders.
Miss Celine, ang question ko lang dyan, paano nakikipag-ugnayan ng CFO Davao sa mga lokal na komunidad, lalo na sa mga liblib o malalayang lugar sa Mindanao? May mga maibabahagi po ba kayo ng mga success stories ng mga kliyente mula sa Mindanao na natulungan ng CFO?
So actually, CFO have this initiative, yung community extension programs natin. We went to different regions, our team, the Migrant Integration and Education Division, the CFO went to last year to Marawi actually. We extended our services for them. We had information drives. Not just in Marawi, we went to Iligan, we went to Agusan, Butuan, and
Ayun.
so we also do outreach to them. Kahit nasa
Yun ang
malalayo
CAP,
na ng
Miss
mga lugar.
Celine, tama.
Opo.
Oo.
Thank you, Miss Celine, for that information. Miss Celine, another question po. Bilang isang extension office na malayo po, obviously, sa main office dito sa CFO, sa QC, ano-ano po yung mga naging pangunahing challenges or hamon nyo po na hinarap nyo sa pagpapatupad ng ating mga programa at serbisyo sa ating mga emigrants dyan po sa Davao area?
CFO Davao Extension Office, compared to the main office, has a smaller area. We only have 2 rooms where we can conduct seminars, conducive siya for seminars. And we only have 3 officers who can conduct. And it doesn't mean we have 3 officers, we can simultaneously do seminars, because one needs to be at the front line, nasa counter all the time, as officer of the day who can cater to the inquiries, who can cater to the walk-in registrants, for example, while the others are conducting seminars at the same time. So yun yung limitation namin. We can only accommodate so much. So clients can go to our website sa cfo.gov.ph to register to book their appointments so that we can cater to them for us to give them yung services na they need.
Yun. Thank you so much, Miss Celine, for that. Meron lang akong tanong din kasi meron tayong program or campaign sa CFO regarding human trafficking or anti-human trafficking. So, ano po ang papel ng Davao office ng CFO sa mga kampanya kontra human trafficking o illegal recruitment, lalo na sa mga vulnerable areas ng Mindanao?
Yes. We are still actively working on our partnership deal with IACAT ONCE. So, despite not being part of the Region 11 network, parte pa rin yung mga anti-trafficking modules ni IACAT sa ating mga seminars no sa PIDOS, sa GCP and sa CFS sessions. So that's how we contribute no sa anti-human trafficking campaign natin.
Ayun.
Thank you, Miss Celine. Ang ganda po ng balitang iyan. Huling katanungan po bago tayo dumako sa ating mga Facebook Live questions. Magkakaroon na po tayo ng CFO Cagayan de Oro Extension Office. Sa paraan po makakatulong ang bagong opisina natin ito sa CFO Davao Extension Office upang lalong mapalakas at mapabilis ang ating serbisyo sa ating mga kababayan sa Mindanao?
Yes, malaking tulong po talaga na magkakaroon na tayo, hopefully very soon, ng another extension office here in Mindanao. Mindanao is such a large area, no, na it's gonna be advantageous to our clients who live nearer, no, in the areas sa northern Mindanao, sa Cagayan, sa Zamboanga, sa Iligan, sa Butuan, Bukidnon.
Oo.
They can avail yung services natin sa CFO sa ating soon na extension office sa Cagayan de Oro City. Kasi our clients here sa CFO Davao, some of them had to travel by land the day
Oo.
before.
Tama.
No, others need to be on the road 12 hours or more
Mahaba.
para maka-register, para ma-process nila yung kanilang registration here sa CFO. So having another extension office in Mindanao is such a huge help po talaga sa ating mga immigrant stakeholders.
Opo, naniniwala ako na itong move na to ng CFO sobrang malaking tulong kasi
Tama.
alam mo RK, nagpunta kami sa CDO, nagkanda kami ng research doon, and isa sa mga lumabas sa mga survey is kailangan talaga magkaroon ng CDO extension office
Oo.
kasi nga masyadong malayo din talaga yung CFO Davao.
Davao.
So kahit na nakatulong siya kasi nga meron tayong Davao extension office, still magkakaroon ng yung pagkakaroon ng CDO extension office malaking tulong sa mga kliyente po natin. Ayan.
Ayun,
Miss
so-
Celine, may natanggap po kaming questions mula sa masugid nating viewer na si Mr. Felix Espiritu. Ang tanong po ay, ano po yung masasabi ninyo sa kontribusyon ng mga OFs or Overseas Filipinos from Mindanao sa ekonomiya at kultura ng ating bansang Pilipinas?
So our overseas Filipinos actually has a huge part no, sa having representation sa global stage. They represent Mindanaoans, they represent all different culture tribes natin here in Mindanao.
Oo.
Because ang daming cultures and tribes dito sa Mindanao, no? So they offer their skills-based knowledge, where they work overseas as well. So not just they can help with our economy here sa Philippines by helping their families here in the Philippines, but also individually, they have their professional growth where they can also share the ones na they are here in the Philippines. So our overseas Filipinos from Mindanao, they help cultivate good image of the Mindanaoans because of the negative connotations na naririnig sa
Mhm.
social media, no, about Mindanao and about the rest of the Philippines. They actually help, no, culturally uplift our Filipinos.
Ayun,
Sa global
salamat,
stage.
Miss Celine. Ayan, si Miss RC po, meron po yatang huling katanungan.
Actually, Miss Celine, gusto ko lamang basahin yung isang comment natin from isang live viewer natin, si Mr. Alan Dokusin. Kudos to CFO Davao. They can provide services despite the limited number of personnel. So, napakagandang programa at napakaganda ng initiative na ito ng CFO sa pagkakaroon ng Davao Extension Office. Bago po tayo matapos, ano po yung huling mensahe nyo po para sa ating mga viewers and listeners tungkol sa CFO Davao?
Alright, so CFO Davao, no, services namin is open from Monday to Friday. However, our PIDOS and our GCP, we conduct them Monday to Thursday only. Morning ang PIDOS, GCP ang hapon, while whole day sa Friday, yung country familiarization seminar po natin. And also, they can email us sa cfo.davao@cfo.gov.ph. They can also call us. No, nasa website naman po natin yung contact information. Rest
Ayun.
assured na
Oo.
we'll give the high service no, for our immigrant stakeholders.
Maraming salamat po, Miss Celine Del Monte, sa pagbabahagi ng inyong oras, kaalaman at napaka-inspirasyong talakayan ngayong araw. Talagang marami po kaming natutunan tungkol sa kahalagahan ng Commission on Filipinos Overseas, Davao.
Maraming salamat po ulit, Miss Celine, at syempre sa lahat po ng ating mga masugid na tagapakinig at manonood. Kung nais ninyo pang malaman pa ang iba pang detalye tungkol sa CFO Davao, magtungo lamang po sa aming mga official website at Facebook pages para sa verified, updated at kumpletong impormasyon.
Alamin ang mga serbisyong inihahatid ng Commission on Filipinos Overseas. Serbisyong CFO. Dito lamang sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
At nagdaan na naman ng isang araw ng pagsasahim papawid para sa ating mga kababayan.
Sa bawat kwento, bawat impormasyon at bawat serbisyong hatid namin, layunin naming mapalapit ang gobyerno sa bawat Pilipino saan mang panig ng mundo.
Tandaan kababayan, basta't balita at serbisyong publiko.
CFO, kasama mo saan man sa mundo.
Hanggang sa muli, ito ang Serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas.
Serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas. Dito sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.